YouTube is the original L's, Living Legend Larry, Lamont Tyson Life Games channel. We're here to entertain y'all on reviewing Snowfall episode 5, where the damn Tiger King done popped up, ladies and gentlemen. Damn. The Tiger King of taxidermists done popped up. And
well,
me
we know
and
what
Larry,
Carol Baskin's husband is.
We do know what happened to Carol Baskin's husband. We know exactly what happened to him. Thank you, Snowfall. But the thing we trying to figure out with the show, my people, and shout out to everybody joining us right now. Larry wants to know, is this one of those pivots where it's going to go really, really good? Or was the writers running out of steam? Larry, give the people your insight as we get ready to jump into this review.
Yeah, when I saw that scene, I thought, oh, man, this is either going to be really just some craziness that can go well, or it's going to be one of those jump the shark moments. Like, I'm real worried that it's a jump the shark moment where the writers had nothing left in them and they just started throwing craziness at the wall and see what sticks. And I just hope it's not that, because this show has been so good so far that I would hate to see them do something so ridiculous that it just spoils the momentum. So we'll see though. We'll see. I hope it is not that. I hope it's something really good and crazy and interesting comes from this.
I gotta be honest with you, Larry. I go through and I read some of the comments across my different social platforms. And a lot of the people, black folks, ain't feeling the tiger thing. And a lot of the white folks that watch Snowfall, they like how they snuck that in there. Me personally, I enjoyed the hell out of it. But the reason why I enjoyed it had nothing per se to do with Tiger King, fake ass Tiger King. It had more so to do with Franklin's acting, Franklin's transition to fear, Franklin worried about Oso. All that drew me in, and parts where I'm sure he Damson Idris wasn't trying to make it funny. Dude had me in tears. The way he was saying stuff, he had me in tears. Oh my God. And so I'm with Larry. I wonder how they're gonna pick up from this, because I don't see no other way for a fake ass Tiger King to survive. He's gotta die, Larry. After what you just did. He's got to die. He's got to be eaten by the damn tiger. There's no other way it can go, right?
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. The dude's got to get taken out. The only thing I think that may work out is somehow maybe, like, because of this, maybe Franklin and his crew work with the essays, because it sounds like there's no love lost between that white dude and the essays in the neighborhood, because he made some comment like, you and your hombres keep breaking in, so I had to come up with a new security system. So it sounds like there's no love lost, and maybe they work together and take that dude out or something. I don't know, but man, they are in all kinds of trouble from every which way.
Oh man, yeah, let's get into it, man. Let me shout out everybody that's come to see us entertain them, Larry. We got D. Carter, Mo, King. Oh man, I like to read that wrong. King of New Jersey, BTV. You don't even want to know how it first read when I first seen it. Shout out to that's Miss River. Shout out to the homie Inga 71. Shout out to my big homie Just My Opinion Reviews. His link is in the description along with Larry's. If you missed the interview I did with this brother last night, man, go in there and check it out, man. He's putting out some good stuff. Larry, let's start out with the traditional Lamont Tyson Life Games clip that gives you the essence of the show. And sorry to say this, people, but both of my clips tonight come from the same scene. One of them is fear. The other one is so painful, it makes you laugh. So let's start with the fearful one first.
What the fuck? Oh, fuck. So wake the fuck up, there's a tiger in here, man! It's a fucking tiger!
Where's your moon?
We need to get the fuck out of here.
Oh
was sliding around like a damn black ass alligator when he first saw the tiger.
He really did. And
when
also
Jay-
still doped up. He's like, why is it moving? He's thinking the thing should have been taxidermied or something. Why is it moving?
Oh my God, Larry! It's not funny, but it's so sad. It's so bitter. It's so depressing that it makes you laugh. And Damson Idris, look, I bought it. Like, bro, I'm laughing because I feel the pain. If I, as a black dude who is smart enough to know I'm not taking my ass nowhere near a tiger, as Tommy say, nowhere near it. If I wake up in a cage that's 4 inches from a tiger, I'll probably be sliding around like a crocodile too. Bruh.
You know?
Bruh. Larry, let's take this from the top. My God. We're gonna get there, man. We're gonna get there. But this episode starts out, my people, with this Veronique. Larry. Veronique trying to close this deal. They got to get the cash together. So, to keep their equity low, so they don't got to go and give over so much cash, they go talk to Aunt Louie, who they trying to help get involved with this. Louie and Rome is like, nope, we ain't getting involved. And after that, Franklin storms out that meeting, and Veronique started giving him the Martin Lawrence woosah. All we need to do is get someone else involved to convince them. Living legend. Take this initial scene away.
Man, she was on Franklin. Like, what's that lady's name from that show Billions? The one that works with the one that's a psychiatrist. She was like his performance coach. She was like, just breathe. Yeah, let's talk through this. She was like his performance coach through there, like his corporate business performance coach. I was like, man. So
yeah.
I mean, when I was watching this scene, I was thinking to myself, until I saw the later scenes, my initial thought was, Louie's gonna get taken out. I was like, she's getting in the way.
What?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, Louie's getting in the way. Like, I feel like we all know good and well, Romy Rome would rather be out of the game than in the game. So when they start talking about this is a legitimate business, we know we can't stay in this drug game forever because we're either going to end up dead or in jail. The only way out and still have money is to be in legitimate businesses. And so I think if it was left up to Jerome, he would put that money in and he would find a way to have a legitimate stream of income. But I think what the obstacle is Louie there. And I think my initial thought was with Veronique and him in there, because Veronique already told him, promise me that nothing will get in the way of us and our family doing well and being safe and secure. Mm-hmm. And when she's up there saying, no, I'm not going to do this, and it's making it seem like, she's the obstacle of getting her husband out of the game. It sounds to me like she might just, because she doesn't have the same love and affection for Louie as the rest of them do. So, I mean, if she was like, she's got to go. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if that. I mean, that was where my mind was originally. Was like, they're gonna take Louie out, and then they all got hit by some unknown source, and now it's sort of like it's bringing them all back together, which is a good thing because they were super fractured. They need to be together.
Larry, let us just go ahead and say
I lost my audio. I can't hear you. Hold on.
Well, while Larry's getting the audio back, let's just go ahead and keep it real with the people, Larry. The people want us to go ahead and come out and say, the person responsible for these hits, mind you, Louie said this herself, whoever staged these hits is somebody on the inside. I doubt it's Peaches, even though the writers tried to make us question Peaches because he wasn't there.
Yeah.
It's Veronique. We know y'all waiting for us. We know y'all waiting for us to say it's Veronique. Larry, I don't trust Veronique, but hold up. We got a super chat from That's Miss Rivers. She says she'll appreciate us. We appreciate you. That's Miss Rivers. And let us come back and give you, I got some new thank yous for my super chat. So sometimes when you're feeling bad, this super chat always makes me feel good. So I thought I would bring it and share it with you guys. It has no sound. It's just something that's very, very funny. Take a look. Appreciate you. That's
go.
my baby girl.
Baby
girl
L
done
putting
made the
on a
super
performance.
chat. Yeah, man. She done made the super chat. But Larry, something ain't right with this Veronique. And I said in my trailer breakdown, I think Veronique staged some of this. You notice how she's very, very quick to get Sissy on board with helping, trying to persuade Louie and Unc. Now we're going to get there, but before I take you there, Larry, let me get you on this right here. Okay. She's with this brother, right?
Right.
And when they came to this diner, the first thing Sissy said was, I'm worried about the lady with braids. Excuse me. She remembers who I was. And homeboy's like, don't even worry about it. He persists to tell Sissy, look, I want you to plant this pin in your son's workplace. Sissy's like, the fuck?
Nah, son.
I'm trying to take down Teddy, not my son.
Yeah.
And in the end, he was able to convince her to take the pen and put it anywhere she wants. So, Larry, I got to ask you as you break this down, can we trust the Cuban national dude?
No, we can't trust her. We can't trust him. We can't trust her. We can't trust any of them.
Damn. It's like that? We can't trust nobody up here? Only one we can trust is Franklin?
No, Cece, she came back here and she's working with this intelligence agent from another country. You can't trust her.
What?
You know? No, she's up there. I mean, she doesn't want Franklin hurt, but in the process of taking out Teddy, she knows her son's going to be in the crossfire. She knows there's a high likelihood that he's going to get hurt, as is a high likelihood her brother's going to get hurt, you know?
What, Larry, Larry, come, man. Oh my God, Lord have mercy.
Sissy's wrong on that one.
You think that in your heart of hearts, you think Sissy, considering everything she said at this table, she told this man point blank, I don't want my son involved in nothing. Okay? Nothing. Having give that impassioned speech, Larry. I mean, she gave a speech like she was addressing the nation.
Empty.
Floor is yours, man.
Empty. I mean, you're going after Teddy. Going after Teddy is essentially going after your son. I mean, they're so intertwined at this point. You can't go after one without going after the other. I mean, maybe you can go after Franklin without going after Teddy, but you can't go after Teddy without going after Franklin. You know.
Let me ask you this, Larry. And what Cuban national said, what he said is what I've heard from my dealings with the police, CIA, and stuff like that. When you have someone who's kind of a plug in a position, once you get rid of him, them organizations can always put somebody else back in his spot. He not only wants to take out Teddy, but he wants to see to it that they have a way of throwing a monkey wrench in the gears permanently. And so you don't think that neither one in that situation can be trusted? They both have an end goal and an end game. And I think that one of these two can be trusted. And if you had to pick one, Larry, which one is it going to be? Cuban national representing a whole nation, or Sissy representing her son and wanting revenge?
Man, I'll be honest with you. The only person that I might trust in this whole show right now is Leon. That's it. Okay. That might be the only dude I trust on this show because he's the only real dude that just says what he means straight up.
I got two more for you that you trust. You trust Oso and you trust Avi.
Yeah, I can trust Oso and Avi. Avi seems cool. You know who I can even also trust, even though he's crazy as hell and I wouldn't want to be in the same room with him ever?
Lord.
Is get your hate out your heart. You can trust that dude. You know exactly. You know exactly what you're dealing with. He's crazy. You don't want to be on his bad side. You don't want to be even on his good side. You don't want anything to do with him, but you can trust him because you know exactly what he is.
Okay.
I don't trust this
Okay.
dude as far as I can see him. I don't trust him at all. I don't even trust Cece at this point. Cece, because she didn't snuck back in the country. I mean, are we supposed to believe that the CIA doesn't know that she's back and they're not watching her? Are we supposed to believe that they don't see her meeting with a foreign asset?
Maybe
Or
the
foreign
foreign
agent?
asset, maybe the foreign agent is giving her cover.
Thanks. That's Miss River. Thank you, Scully. Yes, that's the name I was looking for, Scully. But
Get that hate out your heart. Larry, get that hate out your heart, Larry. Hating on Sissy, get that hate out your heart.
I mean, I feel her. I feel why she wants to do what she's doing. I feel like on one hand, she's thinking, okay, if I can take Teddy out, I can avenge my husband's death. I can, and maybe I can get my son away from this game. But I think in the process, she's gonna just burn her son every which way from Friday, trying to do it. I mean, these people do this for a living. You're a tourist.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, post your comments. If you had to pick between Ruben, who's Cuban, and Sissy, which one are you trusting? The lady who's representing her son trying to get revenge, or the man who's representing a nation trying to get revenge on America? And we got a lot of enemies.
Between those two, I'm trusting Sissy, but I mean, still, I think both of them are. I think both. We know they're both dirty. Because if she was straight up about doing this, she would have talked to Franklin about it. She's into. She's
yeah.
She's doing some dirt behind his back. So we know neither one of them can be trusted.
But I think the main reason why she's not talking to Franklin is because she feels he has some deep connection to Teddy. And she knows if she tried to do any plan to take out Teddy, Franklin's going to protect that man because he's the connect right now. He could get another connect, but he's already, the devil you know best is the devil you keep close, not some new devil.
I have to admit, if I was Franklin, I think I would pump the brakes and tell Teddy, nah, homie, we're putting the brakes on this whole thing for a minute. I'm going to have to go, man, you might have to go find a new connect. Because I had to tell him, look, man, ever since you left and came back, things haven't been right. Like you came back and things have not been right since you got back. And now our drop is getting shot up. And we have my mom just all of a sudden showed up. And it's just too much weird stuff is going on. I don't trust what's happening. I don't trust it. Something's up. I feel like deep down he knows something's not right, and he needs to trust his instincts. You know?
Let me shout out the people that's rocking with you, Larry. And by the way, shout out to everybody watching us. There's over 155 people. We only been on for 18 minutes. I want to shout you guys out. Appreciate you being here, showing us some love. Can't thank you guys enough. Tamika Den, if she's gonna pick her trust, it's Sissy. She says, I don't trust Ruben or Sissy because she should have informed Franklin. That's what Larry said. Danielle Barnett says she's doing this because she thinks Alton is dead and Teddy did it. Yeah, that's true. But like Larry said, the collateral damage is gonna be the relationship with Franklin. So that's an issue that she need to talk to him about so he don't get scared. That's Miss Rivers says. Sissy, she the mama. Now, what's she gonna do with that pen? That's a great question. That's a great question.
Hopefully, throw it in the trash.
Brillo said, "Good point, Larry." Denilah Griffin says, "Happy Thursday to you, my sister." Thursday, not Thursday. Larry on point today with this crispy Life Games hoodie. Yeah, that's a nice hoodie, Larry. Damn, that's a very
St. Patrick's
nice
Day, bro. I gotta rock my green.
Yo, that's my green on my socks, y'all. So don't nobody come in here trying to pinch my ass. Now I just did some deadlifts today. Now watch yourself, Sissy, because she gonna be a snitch. Ooh, okay. Wow, man, great comments, y'all. Larry, let's get to the next thing now.
She's Larry, already a snitch. Really, she's working with a Fed, just not an American Fed, but she's already working with a Fed. So technically, she's already a snitch.
Yeah, well, she ain't convicted.
I mean, for that case, we can call Franklin a snitch too, because he's working with a Fed. Everybody's working with the feds.
Right. That's the best job in town, huh? Work with the feds. You get to live in the middle like Mecca.
You know,
from power.
Franklin's got a government job.
Right.
Well, that was what all black people always say. You want job security, go work for the government.
But don't let it be the post office no more, because they done passed rules and got shit changed around. Postal workers will not be getting that lifetime forever pass it down to your kids health insurance no more. They done changed that.
What?
So
really?
Oh yeah, they voted on that 2 weeks ago. Yes, sir, buddy.
Man. There's no reason to walk in the sleet and the snow anymore if that's the case.
I would agree with you. Now, Larry, this was chaotic right here. Also, Teddy meet up with Franklin and the replacement driver since Peaches is sick. And we all in agreement Peaches probably sick with the HIV or AIDS, one or the other.
Man, I hope
Larry,
not.
A shootout ensues, Larry. Teddy ass gets shot. He just hauled tails and said, F this with Oso. I'm going to protect my product. I don't give a damn about Franklin. I don't give a damn about Oso. He hightails it out of there. Now, what I can't figure out is, why did these people not go chase Teddy? So that right there let me think that whoever sent these hitters, they ain't after Teddy. They definitely after Franklin, because they could have easily chased down Teddy. They didn't do it. All right. So Oso and Franklin ram the van, get up out of there. And I told you, I love it when these two are on screen together. There's a great chemistry with these two. Franklin bandages up Oso, and they out on the run. Larry, talk about this whole shootout situation.
Yeah, it's funny because you see Franklin already running and Teddy standing there like, what's happening? What's going on? Like, dude should have been ducking already. But, right. I mean, yeah, they were definitely seemed like they were going out, they were shooting up everybody there, but they definitely were after Franklin. And they didn't get out of the van like they were trying to rob him, because if they were going after the dope or the money, they would have gotten out of that van and they would have moved forward so that they could actually take the product or the money or both. It was a straight hit. Somebody just wanted to kill him. Hit. That was it. And so that should narrow down some of it. Once they sit down and they calm down and the adrenaline stops pumping, they think through this and realize they didn't even try and come after the dope or the money. It was just a hit. Then they can start narrowing down maybe who would want to do this, and who would have the means to do it. Because it's not going to be a cheap proposition to have them go to put a hit out on a LA's top drug dealer, the country's top drug dealer probably at this point, and a CIA agent.
But Larry, how is it that these TV shows keep hiring dudes that got horrible fucking aim? You got one bullet. You got one bullet in Teddy that went through clean. You grazed Oso. You ain't even hit Franklin, who we assuming is the real target, right? I mean, look, I don't know how much you spent, but you could have went and got better shooters from the Dollar Tree, man. These fuckers didn't hit nothing. Like, come on, man.
I'll say, as someone who grew up in this era, in the same area in this era, I would say that this seems like how it was. These dudes would do drive-bys and they would hit everybody but the person they were trying to hit. Like I used to joke and say, if there's a drive-by and there's a 3-year-old girl next to you, run the opposite direction, because she's gonna be the one that's getting hit. Like anybody around that 3-year-old girl is the one that's in danger. But if there's a gangster standing right next to you, just put your arm around them and have a conversation, because the bullets are just going to go all around them. No one's getting hit, but they'll shoot up and kill a 3-year-old. They'll shoot up and kill some old lady or some old man, but they won't hit the gangster they're going after. So, but I will say this, the 1G, and this is what I've been talking about for the longest. I love this dude. He's a ride or die. The one dude who didn't want to have to put in that work right there was the one dude who got the job done and hopefully we'll get some information out of him. And that was Leon. When everybody else was ducking and firing blindly and whatnot, Leon came out the G like he had military training. He was out there closing ground. He wasn't firing blind. He was closing ground and shooting, aiming, and popped one of them dudes.
Larry, when we get there to talk about Leon, I'm glad that it was written. I'm glad it was written the way it was written, but that's not realistic, Larry. But we're going to get there. It looked cool.
Leon's my man's in them.
It looked cool. He looked like a revolutionary and all that. But ladies and gentlemen, when the bullets start flying, people ain't running toward the bullet. I can tell you that right now.
But that's what they teach you in the military, is to close the distance. Slice the pie and close the distance.
Leon ain't in the military. Ain't got no military training whatsoever.
He's reading up. He's reading on some tactics. He's reading up on some tactics.
Okay. Yeah. Commit suicide.
Work with me.
Yeah. Here you go. Hey, we can work with Auntie. And this is Sissy working on Auntie Larry. Trying to convince her on behalf of Veronique. That's who I don't trust. I don't trust Veronique. I don't trust nobody whose name is spelled one way and you pronounce it another. Her name is not Veronique, it's Veronica. Damn it, stop this mess now. That's why I can't trust her. And then Unc gets a page, you know who it is, and you know he got to go make his phone call. And that phone call scene was funny as hell. Because you had a little punk over there on the phone making love. Unc's like, bruh, wrap it up. Dude basically gave him the finger. Unc, he pushed the button and closed the phone up. Pushed the little MF away. And Larry, talk to me about what level of anticipation was you feeling when he got the page from Franklin, because Franklin had done got shot up, and he warned Unc that they got hit up.
Yeah, he told him. He said, "Yo, we got hit. We're in Bell Gardens. We got hit up, and we're stranded." You know. Mm-hmm. So I mean, when he saw that, when Unc saw that, I mean, when he heard that, I think his cackles went up right away. And then when he saw that, because Unc started screaming for them to get in before those hitters even were hanging out the window. He just saw the car coming down the street. You know,
right?
He just saw the car and was already screaming. So, I mean, something's up. I don't know what's going on. I don't know who put this hit out, but I mean, they definitely look like gangbangers. These are not professional hitters, because professional hitters would have walked up on them and just shot up and then walked away. You know?
Thank you, Larry. Thank you. Yeah. I'm telling you. Veronique took her ass to Dollar General. And she hit a button and she said, "Show me your top dollar." And Dollar Tree ain't even $1 no more; it's $1.25. She went there and found 5 suckers for $1.25 and told them to go hit up somebody. And they so aimless, Larry. I'm surprised they ain't shoot Veronique on the low. But her ass was the first one to hide. She got behind a tree like that, you know.
Yeah,
she was hugging trees the way Captain Planet would hug a damn tree. Okay, she got behind a tree just like that. But then, Larry, now we can talk about your boy. Let's talk about Leon. Okay,
here we go.
This is when he's having a philosophical conversation with his homies about using white man's laws against the white man. I give this to you, Larry. I know you want to riff on this one, so have at it.
Man, I'll tell you, I like Leon's crew. Part of his crew. Some of them dudes are just straight knuckleheads, but you got to keep 1 or 2 of them around. But I like his crew. They seem like they're just straight down for theirs. Even the Poindexter dude, when they came at him, dude was putting in work, you know. But you know, it's interesting that out of all the people in this show, and you have Leon. I mean, you have Louie up there trying to be her businesswoman, and Romy next to her. You have Franklin trying to become a businessman and all this. But you have the one dude, Leon, who's like actually thinking about his people, thinking like we should change some stuff. We're actually in a position to change some stuff. We should actually do it while we can. And I mean, we know it didn't happen because we see how the world turns out, but it would be great to have him actually make those changes.
It would be. It would also be great for him to merge the 2 philosophies on how you create change. A little bit of violence with a little bit of political muscle. Right now, he's on all the violence. He's got money that he could utilize to do things to help better the community too. But right now, he's so hell-bent on revenge that's the only thing that's fueling his knowledge to outdo the white guy. It's revenge. And I would love to see him merge those two and really become the new Alton, the new arm of the Black Panther Party.
I think his mind is already going there, because when he went to go see Avi, he told him, he said, we don't need those anymore. We need smaller things. We need handguns, shotguns. We need smaller things. I think he's thinking of something different. Like, I think he was listening to Sissy and how to foment a revolution, but do it in a way that's not going to get your own people killed. And but Avi was like, these things don't come with receipts, homie. There's no refunds. You ordered it. It's yours. Yeah.
Well, I mean,
but I'm curious to know what's going to happen. Yeah, I want to know what's going to happen, because one of Avi's dudes got killed. Avi's going to want some payback.
He's going to want some payback. I said the same. Avi is going to want some payback. He lost one of his men. You up here talking about you don't want to buy the rocket launcher no more. And now you're starting to have a change of heart about what your initial thoughts was. But at the end of the day, Larry, I'm kind of glad Leon had that epiphany, because that one rocket launcher is going to do what to save the hood? It's not going to do nothing.
It's not going to do anything unless you decide you're going to take that rocket launcher and you're going to go down to Parker Center and blow up the LAPD headquarters to make a big statement. That would make a statement. It's not going to knock out the police department, but it would make a big statement, So
yeah, but the problem with that is, Larry, they're not going to treat Leon the way the United States treat them fucking morons from January the 6th, hanging all off the side of the Capitol building and shit, looking like white monkeys and shit. He would automatically get the death penalty, Larry. He would automatically get the death penalty.
He might, but here's the thing that's interesting about this country, and maybe it's about the world as at large, is that if you do things on a small scale, they treat you as if you're small scale. They'll punish you like you're that. They'll give you harsh penalties. But if you go after things and make it big, real big, like if you decide I'm going to go after, like, I'm not going to go and pop and shoot one or two bad cops in the street. No, I'm going down and I'm going to blow up the headquarters. And then I'm going over to the station where crash unit's headquarters. And I'm going to blow up the crash unit headquarters. And I'm going to start actually having planned, orchestrated attacks that scare the bejesus, not just out of the public, but out of the police department. Then they start treating you different. It's just like they say, if you kill one person, it's, if you kill one person, it's murder. If you kill 1 million people, it's a statistic. I mean, you have to go so large that they can't treat you just like an everyday Joe.
Gotcha. I'm with you. Shout out to Layla Wilkins. What's up? Big Leap, the Joker, don't play. What's up? KD in the building. Alea J in the building. Now, y'all know I'm horrible with names, so bear with me. LSW and KD all in the building. I got one for you, Larry.
All right.
So now we're to the scene where Oso and Franklin is on the run. He done made his phone call. He already done heard Romy Rome getting shot up. Right? He hear that. He hear the chaos. He hear the mayhem. While Romy Rome is getting shot up, I'll be damned if we ain't got the Hispanic B2K group that's about to come over here and try to take the money. And I was waiting, Larry. They look so
dude,
fresh.
Boy.
I was waiting for them to start singing, looking like B2K. I was waiting for them to be that. They go and chase Franklin and Oso. Now, mind you, Franklin pulled his gun out with no bullets in it to scare him. But you didn't scare this one Boita right here. Larry, talk about this scene and this one brother who's trying to make a name for himself.
I've run into dudes like that before, man. And I had to just be straight up. I was just like, I ain't got no beef with you, homie. People try and punk you. You can try and punk me all you want. I have nothing. I have no beef with you whatsoever, because there are dudes out there like that dude that are just straight up crazy. They're crazy. They just don't care. They have absolutely no reason to live, and they act accordingly. I mean, they're just straight up nuts. And when I run into dudes like that in the past, I'm not up there trying to act like I'm some sort of just straight up G. Nah, I'm going what? No, you got it, homie. Take it. I'm gonna live tomorrow. I'm gonna live to tomorrow, the next week, and the next year, and the next decade, and you'll probably be dead by then. But you can live like a G, and you'll die like one too. But I'm not gonna be up there being a, getting taken out because that little kid. I mean, everybody else straight bolted. This dude didn't even flinch. He took a step closer to him. I was like, that's one of them dudes that, like, you take a look at his eyes, and that dude looks like a predator.
Yeah, he didn't take his meds this day. I mean, and I heard B2K broke up in the same way. One of them started doing foolishness, and then the rest of them scattered and shit. So he was like, I'm gonna keep the group together. Marion. So Larry, we're back to the aftermath of the shooting with Uncle Rome, V, Louie, and Sissy. Sissy, which is why it's hard for me to believe that she's a double agent, Larry. We can't trust her. When this poor innocent bystander, Larry, was shot, Sissy was trying to help her. And Aunt Louie was like, "No, we gotta go." And they gets to moving, but for some reason, Larry, V wanted to save them by taking their guns. I don't trust it, Larry. I don't trust it. I don't know if the chick want fingerprints. I don't know if she's going to turn them in. Talk to me, Larry. Why is V confiscating their guns and trying to make it seem as though she's being helpful?
The only reason why I thought that this might have happened is because I'm not sure about Louis, but I think Jerome had been locked up before. And if that's the case, he's a felon. He can't legally own a gun in the state of California, which means he's automatically going back to jail if he gets caught with a piece. And my thought was, she's an attorney, so maybe she's thinking she knows her rights. She knows the rights of search and seizure and all that stuff. And if they try and search her and they find the guns, whatever charges there are won't stick anyways, because they will have violated her, her search and seizure rights, and she'll be able to, because she knows her rights, she'll be able to go ahead and get everything tossed out. So I don't know. Well, but I mean, it was a little surprising that they were like, I mean, maybe they just figured that when you look at Jerome and you look at Louis, both of them are dressed all fancy. He's got all his Versace stuff or his Fendi or whatever it is he has on. And and she's dressed fancy too. I'm sure the cops were looking at them thinking, okay, these are the two that are probably the drug dealers, and we're going to search them. And maybe because she's looking like some regular old businesswoman housewife, that they would leave her alone. So
I think, Larry, I think she's playing chess, I feel. Okay, let me say it like this. She took the guns, number one, to try to buffer her point about y'all need to hand over that $5 million to get this property downtown, because this life is too stark, which is probably why her and Sissy orchestrated this whole entire shootout, because they're trying to go ahead and push push Louis and Jerome to give up that money so that the family can be fully taken care of by the rental property downtown. And when she took that gun, that's just another way for her to show, look, I'm family. Y'all can trust me. They don't know the rules of the law like she do. So to them, it might look heroic that she's willing to sacrifice whatever trouble could come to take those guns. And by doing so, she's going to make them feel like, you know what, we can trust V. V got our back. We ready to give you this money. But what they don't know is you can't trust V any further than you can dress her ass out of Kmart, because that's where she's getting them clothes from. Talk to us, Larry.
Her clothes and that wig, boy. The wardrobe needs to do her right. That wig is terrible. So, but I mean, I would go with you there. The problem I have with that is that how does she have enough gang connections, that she can set up 3 separate hit teams to go after their crew in all those different ways. And on top of that, they were shooting. I mean, bullets don't have names on them. She could have caught one too. You know, when they went after and shot them up, she could have caught one too.
So could this not be a Phil Jackson triangle? Okay. Ruben the Cuban, Sissy, the upset widow, and Veronique, who just want to get things signed in the name so that something happened to Franklin, she taken care of with the baby.
It could be. Man, it could be, but I don't know, man. I'm thinking either one. It might be. I'm thinking it might be dude's crew. Remember what was the dude that drove the Ferrari a couple episodes? Maybe it's that dude's crew coming back after him. You know.
What was my nickname for him? I think I was called Mello. That's what I was called.
Right. You called him Mello. Yeah, I mean, maybe it's that dude. Maybe it's that dude's crew. His old crew. Yeah, because I mean, you're right. Because what's his name? Because Scully took his people out. He took them to the White Room, as he said.
Took them, and we still have not seen that White Room, Larry. By the time
sure it's not white anymore.
Exactly. It ain't.
I don't need to see that. I don't need to see that.
Well, Larry, we'll leave him with that. Let me ask you about this, because this is when things started getting weird. Well, no. Let me go here first. Okay. So they over here, she tells the cops that Buckley, I'm his CI. Mm-hmm. And did you catch the cop called Jerome Perm? That was racist.
Is that what he called him? He called him Perm?
He called him Perm. Yeah, he called Jerome Perm. Oh, racist ass. So they managed to get up with Buckley. Buckley does come and save them, but not before Jerome gave him a piece of his mouth. Larry, who gonna split Buckley wig, man? Because this dude, for all we know, Buckley could be involved in sending the hitters. He knows their business.
I don't know if he knows I don't think he knows their business like that. Like, he might be able to go after Jerome and Louis. I don't think he knows Franklin's business and movements enough to roll up on Franklin and Teddy like that.
Great point.
Like, he knows where Leon and them are always at. So I mean, when Leon and them roll out from the projects, it's not that hard to follow them. So I mean, that's easy. I don't think he could just roll up on Franklin and Teddy and Oso like that. I feel like because they move their drop points every time they meet, you know? So
okay. Well, Larry, let's discuss this then. Okay. No, let me wait till we get to that. Let me wait till we get to that clip, because
somebody said none of them had a phone in the car. This was before the cell phones were regular. They were still working on beepers. You know?
That's why your boy had a pager. He had a pager.
Yeah, but this was around that time, and maybe it was just before they really started to do the whole two-way pager thing, because they were rocking pagers back then, and I feel like there wasn't too big of a time gap between when people were rolling with pagers and when they moved to two-way pagers. So
man, y'all killing me, man. Talking about Buckley always looks sweaty and stinky. He damn sure do. Look at this dude.
He looks like he's always high. Like people who are on cocaine and their metabolism speeds up, he looks like he's always on that stuff.
Always on the stuff. So now, Larry, Lord have mercy, we get to meet this bitch, this sadomasochist, this woman that loves pain. I mean, literally, she gets off on people in pain.
Her fantasy
Teddy,
boy.
Man, no thanks, bro. I'm not into that BDSM crap. Ew, no.
He said, I had a fantasy. I kicked the dude's teeth in, knocked his teeth out, and then
I'm listening to this girl like, that's why it ain't no man in your house. That's why you there with a shovel and a cat. She comes to her home. She finds her old compadre in here dripping wet with blood. He says, basically, fix me. Yeah. And as she's pulling him up and he's screaming in pain, Larry, look at the smirk on her face. She is enjoying every minute of him in pain. Larry, how'd you think this was going to go down as you watching it unfold?
I was just thinking like the freak show of a housewarming party. If Teddy buys a house, of the people he invites, boy, that's going to be a big old freak show, all the people that show up. But I was thinking like, boy, Teddy knows somebody everywhere. Like this dude is prepared for every contingency. He's got some former doctor, that's just, he knows where she's at, can get there at all times. This dude knows arms dealers. He knows he's got stash houses and all. I mean, he knows everything. I bet you if Teddy needed a podiatrist, he has one on lock, But she was enjoying that pain way too much. Even when she hit him, she hit him with that little bit before she left, and she said, "Nothing will keep you alive and awake like pain."
Now, Larry, let me say this, Larry. I've met women who get a rush from pain, seeing other people in pain, not their asses suffering the pain. They don't get no pleasure when you give them pain. They ain't on the Ja Rule. Pain is pleasure. They ain't on that. They on the pleasure of pain when it involves someone else. And so now she done patched up Teddy. And while she was patching him up and he was in and out of consciousness, she's over here playing with that kitty cat, Larry, just rubbing it left and right.
She really was. She was getting it.
But Larry, he didn't want her to go out to the car and move it. And she's like, bruh, I live in a neighborhood where shot up cars ain't going to be a good look.
Yeah.
So she goes to the car, Larry. She pops the trunk and she finds what the show is named after of. Nothing but Snowfall. And look at the look on her face. Look like she done had another orgasm. Larry, what kind of trouble is Teddy in with this woman that done healed him?
Well, I think part of the problem is with this is that, Teddy, before he came to California and to LA to start running drugs, dude was he was in Cuba at one point running, with the whole revolution, running all that stuff. He was also in Iran running operations out there. And this doctor is, I'm assuming she's Iranian because she was speaking Arabic at one point. And
I thought she was Turkish. For some reason, I thought she was Turkish, but she could have been.
Well, she was speaking Arabic, so I'm assuming she's Arab, and because Teddy was working in Iran at one point, I'm assuming that's what she's Iranian. But
okay.
If that's the case, when she was asking him, what are you into? What mission are you into? He didn't want to say anything. And I think part of it because when he was doing those other things, he was working on political missions where he was up there trying to, he was part of the revolution. Right. He was arming people, training people. And now he's a drug dealer. I mean, he's still on mission, but now he's a drug dealer. And it feels like a very different part of a mission. Because I'm sure even when he was in Iran and Cuba, those missions were getting funded somehow, He just wasn't the one that was doing that dirty work to fund it, whether it be someone that's running arms, because with what's his name, Colonel North, he was selling arms in Iran, to Iran to fund the mission with the Contras down in Central America. So, I mean, he was doing that dirty work. Someone's always doing the dirty work to get these black ops funded. It just right now, that's Teddy's job. And before, he wasn't that dude with her. And so I think he didn't want her to see that.
Wow. Well, I mean, this just adds another layer to this story and possibly another layer of someone who's going to have to die. And
someone said she was speaking Farsi. That's right. My bad. I said Arabic. It was Farsi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Larry, this is a wild card woman. It's a wild card woman. I don't know where they're going to go with her and these crazy fantasies. And now she done got that snow and she might be ready to take a blow. And did you see how she threw salt on the man's wound when she went to go get her equipment? She just took a handful of sodium and said, swoosh. And he was screaming. And Larry, she was giggling as she was leaving out the house.
She did. That's why she said nothing keeps you awake and alert like pain. You know that.
Moving right along, Larry.
I think she's going to be around though for a minute. I think this character is going to be with us for a minute because, for one, I think that we haven't had anybody in Teddy's life for a minute, and before we had his brother and some other people now, but they've all been gone for a minute now. I feel like they're bringing somebody in from his past, and a woman that obviously there's some sexual connection with there, whether it be normal or deviant, whatever. But but the other thing is that they've already let us know she's dissatisfied with her life. And I think she's going to look at this as an opportunity to do something more, because she was complaining. I was a doctor back home, and here I can't do anything more than whatever she said, clean their hospitals or something. I forgot whatever phrase she used, but
I'm with you
too.
I hope they keep her around and maybe string her out to the next season. I mean, with her personality is entertaining. It's straight entertaining. So I would love to see her get a pivotal role in the story. And, I could draft you guys some stories that I would do with it, but I'll just save that for some video. Okay, Larry. Okay. Here comes the other scene that was painfully delightful involving Franklin when they get caught by Tiger King, the fake ass Tiger King. Take a look. Not only do I want you guys to take a look at this, I want you to listen to the hilarity of the way Franklin says what he has to say to Oso. And we might have to rewind it and watch it again. Here we go, Larry.
You gonna stuff us? You're too skinny. This other one, though. Oso, man, he gonna stuff you. Ron.
Also, he gonna stop you. Run.
And it wasn't even just that part, Larry. It was when he said it himself.
It was when he looked at it and said, "You gonna stop us?"
Oh my God, I'm getting the
Also, he's gonna stop you.
Oh my God.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Oh man, Larry, he was so serious, man. He was like dead serious.
Also, he gonna stop you.
Larry, let's watch it one more time, because keep in mind, y'all, they're drugged. So his speech is slurring like that because he's drugged, he's scared. And listen to how Franklin says.
Also,
Franklin's
he has such concern in his voice too. It's great. It's such concern.
Listen, first of all, listen to how he says it to himself in the beginning.
Gonna stuff us? You're too skinny. This other one, though. Oso, man, he gonna stuff you. Ron.
Oh my God.
Also, man, he gonna stop you. Run.
Oh my God. Oh Lord, man. I tried my best not to laugh, man. God, I might have to make that a meme. You gonna stop us?
He gonna stop you.
I can't. Okay, so Larry, they introduced us to the fake ass Tiger King, man. And me and you kind of talked about this in the beginning of this review.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
He's a taxidermist, okay?
Yeah. But apparently a crazy one.
A very crazy one. He's holding tigers captive. His backyard looked like a fucking circus. And I'm not talking about the Universal Circus. Dude had merry-go-rounds and all kinds of foolishness in his backyard with the tiger. He done captured Oso and Franklin. And if y'all ever want to see the face of a scared nigga, take a look at this face. That is the face of fear.
But that cracks me up though. It's like also like he's aware that he's at the taxidermist's house, but he's like, the tiger, why is it moving? Why is it moving?
Oh my God, man.
Oh, goodness.
I was dying, man. I was in the bed rolling around about to fall, man. This mess. Oh man. So Larry, what's gonna come of the Tiger King, man? Talk to me, man. What's gonna come of the Tiger King?
This is one of those points in a series when either the writers have a real vision and they're gonna pull this off masterfully, or it's gonna be one of those points where people say, "Oh, this is the point where Snowfall jumped the shark." It's gonna be one of the two. Yeah. It's not gonna be either way. It's gonna be one of the two. They're either gonna come out of this and it's gonna be something spectacular and interesting and great, or this series is gonna have jumped the shark right here. Because when you start having these dudes locked up with the Tiger King in the tiger cage, I mean, at that point, you're reaching and going downhill from there.
Wow. I mean, well, Larry, the only thing we got to see left now is they had a meeting right here where Aunt Louie and everybody was talking. Louie mentioned whoever hit us knew us from the inside. And so automatically they start thinking Peaches and they start thinking the strippers. I'm 100% sure it ain't Peaches. I'm not 100% sure about both of them strippers because strippers know the locations. Peaches know all the locations, but Peaches is so sick with HIV right now. And did you see how the doctor kind of talked about people got HIV when she was putting on her gloves with Teddy? You remember she
mentioned one of the nurses got it from a patient.
Right. All that was a prelude to us knowing that Peaches got HIV. So it's not him. So Larry, who are they gonna find? How are they gonna figure out that's Veronique?
Maybe when 10 months come around and she still hasn't given birth and hasn't even started showing.
Okay,
I don't know. I don't trust her. I want to see an ultrasound because I don't trust her.
Larry, you still don't trust her.
I don't trust her. I don't trust any. The only person there that I trust is Leon. That's it.
Okay.
That's it. I don't see. We know Sissy's on some dirt right now. We don't know. She's trying to do her dirt and avoid hurting her son, but she's on her dirt. We know that. We know Louis she has beef. You know, Rome's with Louis, so as much as he wants to try and be peacemaker, he's still down with Louis first. You know, and Veronique, she's Johnny come lately. I don't trust her. But Leon's
Larry,
day one.
She's not pregnant. She's not pregnant, Larry, because she should be showing by now.
You would think.
At the very least, this show been on in their time at least 8 weeks. I know Crystal, we found out Crystal was pregnant with Elle when I was up there with you the last time I seen you in Virginia. Okay, that's when we found out. So that was like what? November, October, something like that.
Something like that.
I know 4 weeks later, I seen a baby bump. And Veronique ain't showing nothing.
And she only weighs about 80 pounds. So, I mean, whatever bump she's going to show is going to show right away.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And we don't have a whole lot of history on Veronique other than her mama don't get along. And if the mama come back, they need to bounce.
And they just parachuted her in. They just dropped her in there. I don't trust her.
Yeah, man.
Somebody should have, I don't know what they did, but somebody should have done their due diligence and had ran all kinds of background checks on her. They should have ran her through like she was applying for a job with the CIA.
Exactly. I mean, Larry, when you in this game, you have to do that, right?
Yeah.
You have to do that in this game. There ain't no such thing as, we'll build trust as we go. No, hell no. Hell no. You got to know who you're dealing with and know if they lying or not. So I don't trust B. And Larry, before we get out of here, let me shout out all the great people there. We got a crowd of 250 tonight on a Thursday. Man, that's big time.
I like it.
Thursday people don't turn out, and we're grateful to have you guys. As we get out of here, Larry, I got to play one of my brand new super chat videos. When y'all super chat me from now on, this is going to always be in the mix because I need to update them anyway. Here we go, Larry.
You gonna stuff us? You're too skinny. This other one, though. So, man, he gonna stuff you. Ron.
Run.
Oh my God. Ladies and gentlemen.
Also, he gonna stuff you. Run.
That's the living legend, Larry. I'm Lamont Tyson. This is Life Games Channel. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Subscribe, share. Check us out tomorrow at 9 p.m. Peace.
Run.